pull lane of some sort.
Yeah. But we are here.
Perfect.
Don't ever lose your eyesight and start to wear glasses.
Yeah, when you're putting on a driving show, I imagine it's quite important to be able to see.
Yeah. What does your typical day look like for Max?
Right, so I'm a dispute resolution lawyer, and that effectively means that where there are points of conflict, either in a business relationship or even in a personal relationship, I'm able to come in and to help resolve any of that conflict. Often I'm dealing with clients who are stressed out. They often come to me in situations where they are in a position where they feel like things are hopeless or they can't move forward, and we help to remove those roadblocks as best we can. The system is at times difficult to work with, and that's why it's so important to have someone who can help you through that. And we really try and make sure that people are able to do that as best they can.
And I know another area that you specialize in is in dealing with bad debts.
Yeah, so that's a common aspect of dispute really, is you will have a customer or a client who simply just doesn't pay. And that is where dispute resolution will come in. You can go to your lawyer and they will assist you with retrieving bad debts or retrieving money that you were owed by someone else. And that's often seen as like a key area of dispute resolution. It's not entirely all of what we do, but in terms of immediate cash flow, it's such an important part of keeping a business going, is having that those issues resolved as quickly as you can from the moment where you first realise that someone's not paying you, and actually getting that money in the bank so that you can get on with doing your business and what's important to you. And common phrase, which is don't throw good money after bad, and it's so true in respect of bad debts as well, and knowing how to spend money to get back money that you've lost and what is going to be economic for your business is so important. So there's a few ways by which you can do that, or you can implement policies and legal documents in your own business to basically make it more efficient for you to collect bad debts. So the key document that is relating to that is your terms of trade. And so many businesses that we come into contact with either have outdated terms of trade or don't even have terms of trade to begin with.
So what goes into a terms of trade?
So your terms of trade are essentially an agreement between you and the person with whom you're doing business as to the ground rules for I'm offering this service. What can the person I'm dealing with expect from my company, and what are the legal frameworks for how we're going to conduct this business relationship? So your terms of trade will likely include a description of your services. They sometimes will include aspects of how you will resolve disputes. So for example, you might have an arbitration clause is a common one. That will enable you to require the other person to attend arbitration or mediation, some form of dispute resolution where there's conflict. Even just having that agreed can save you a lot of money. But the other thing is we encounter a lot of people who try to deal with disputes themselves before coming to a lawyer, and that can be difficult and it can cause you issues. So flagging risks early on can be quite important too. That's not necessarily a reason to call your lawyer the first time you have any sort of issue. I mean, I think most people take a common sense approach to these sorts of things. But the main thing is we've already discussed the importance of writing. Maybe before sending that email, maybe running it past your lawyer first, particularly when you think it might lead to a conflict situation or a sort of dispute.
If in doubt, run it past your lawyer first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I really like that perspective on the lawyer's function with risk management side of things, because it sounds like you would also help the business owner. If they tell you what they're trying to do, you could actually also help them to identify what some of those risks are. And then help provide some provisions to help mitigate or cover them from some of those costs as well.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, at the end of the day, a solicitor is not someone who is running your business. They are there to put these options in front of you, maybe in terms of risk. If you're considering a number of different options, your lawyer should be able to point out to you what the potential risks are with you pursuing a certain course of action.
Yeah.
And then you should be able to make the decision as to whether you will continue down that course of action or not, but you're informed about it. And that's the important part, is that in business you want to have the options available to you and to be informed about those options.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. It's something that should really be a core fundamental of your business is knowledge is power. And that applies to all aspects of the way that you deal with business day to day. That's done it.
No, that's I considered calling this show the Mythbusters because we're busting myths about business.
Yeah.
Lawyers are not scary. You should feel confident and empowered to talk to your lawyer about anything. And yeah.
Max Taylor Smith. I work with a firm called Cavell Leitch here in town. I help in dispute resolution, and I'm a senior solicitor with that team. And you've been here with Driving Better Business, Aotearoa.